and welcome into the channel. Chapter 8, The Spark, C.O.P, Conquer or Perish. And did you think for a second that I would travel an inch without you? No, you're in it for the long haul. As soon as I said goodbye last night, cameras went off, boots come off, fire got lit, belly got fed, and now we're back at it. We're not too far from Moschino, maybe a kilometer, a little less. And I'm anxious to hear wolf, but still, no sign of them. Which I'm starting to find oddly peculiar. Specifically in this valley, I have never not been here and not encountered a wolf. And sometimes I'm starting to wonder if I'm more concerned about finding a home or finding wolf. But I do need to get down to the bottom of their population decline. It's interesting and troubling at the same time. Wolf are necessary to balance an ecosystem, and without that balance, chaos will ensue. And that chaos will be the amount of chicken shit on the roads if there's no wolf to eat the chickens. You see, touchy subject. I've obviously upset the man talking about it. It's become such a problem, it's coming to blows. Well, that's not your typical welcome wagon. And, come to think of it, there's really not much use I have for this town but a little water well. You can get a four-wheel drive here if you're lucky, but it's usually right up here in this yard, and I don't see it. But for some odd reason, it's a popular place to find small little bases, usually solos or duos. However, I'm not seeing any sign of life in this town. So we'll head up to the water well, and then over the mountain, down towards the dam. What in the... Well, that's a zucchini well past its time. Alright, like I previously stated, not much use for this town whatsoever. No plans to live here, and no loot worth sticking around looking for. Pretty much have everything I need right now, except for this water. We'll top that up, and we'll move on. The hilarity of it all, looking back over the chapters, where I started, where I went, the path I chose to get here, well, now I'm headed back towards home. The dam, where I'm going to inspect, it's just a few kilometers north of my little base, or camp. Can't really call it a base now, can I? We're not too far off from Rostocki. There's the Rostocki lumberyard now. Just under it, decent sized military tent area. And below it, metallurg camps and the dam. And that's precisely where I'm headed. I want to see if the dam is inhabitable. Might be looking to make a base around there. And there's indication that someone else had the same idea, or relatively. And that right there is the Rostocki military camps. Not going to head in there today. I'm already geared up enough with weapons and clothes, so there's no real pull to go in there. We'll just avoid the trouble altogether. But it won't hurt to stop and look and see if anyone else is there. Well, the infected, while irritating, don't look irritated. Don't think anyone's there. Well, there's Metalord Camps. Nice spot to vacation. And a great spot to find some hunting gear. Not to mention rifles. I don't know what that is. I don't recognize that structure. I'll definitely have to go check that out. That right there is a bear trap. Well, if my time on Conqueror Parish has taught me anything, where there's one bear trap, there's many. So if there's one set bear trap over there, you can guaranteed there's more. Okay, moving on, skipping the camps. Don't need no broken femur today. In hindsight, the only thing I would have pulled out of there would be magazines for a Savannah, maybe a gas stove, gas container or canister, and a pot if I was so lucky. But what I am seeing are new constructions. The structure ahead of me looks very Romanesque. Looks like it would make a fine stronghold. Let's go check this out. One entrance. 2 floors. Well, 3 if you count this little foyer. Well, this platform definitely gives you a commanding feel of this valley. However, there are far too many peak points with these mountaintops on all 4 sides. Something worth considering though. So far, this is the best location I've found for my needs. However, I do wish it was a little more concealed. It's just stuck out in the open like a sore thumb. Alright, let's go check out the situation with this building by the dam. Looks like it's cradling an airplane. Well, that's an unexpected and nice find here. Wood grain VSD. Very nice. Very smooth. Sexy. albeit a very beautiful gun and used to be my go-to before the Savannah was introduced. I got no room for it. Bye-bye, sweetheart. Oh, well, that's a crying shame. I already have my hatchet in that slot. Or I would have taken that fishing rod. Maybe done some fishing off the dam. Did someone order the wings? Wow. Severed right off the fuselage and on the top of the dam. Unbelievable. Right up in there in that void is where I was thinking about living. But this changes everything. Yeah, absolutely would have made a nice base. However, too much attention is drawn to that area now. What I would really like to find is a secluded treehouse like I had at Livonia on Dead Existence. Fantastic base. The finest base I've built yet. Well, so far that location right there fits more checkbox than any. I'll have to stick a pin in that and hope no one scoops it up on me. Still have a hell of a lot of country to explore before I settle down. But that does look like the best spot so far. And already seeing 2 bear traps from across the river, I have no desire to go down in there. I have warped enough 308 for this Savannah. We could find our gas canister and stove somewhere else. There's a very out-of-the-way location over the mountain, and I think I'm going to head up there and see if anyone's based there. If anything, we should be able to see if there's a truck and purpose it for later use. Well, I hear a fox in the distance. Alright, we're at the mountain summit, and I have a little barrel stash here. I can't remember if anything's in it, and I don't intend to use it. It's just here, just in case. This location has a lot of heli crashes, and I figured when I'm in the area and I need to drop off some loot, this should suffice. I'm really not surprised that it's still here. It's well out of the way. Only very few come up here. Well, there's the truck, and no construction. That I'm shocked to see. These sights sadden me, another fallen soldier. And at the moment, while I can afford to, we'll leave this wretched soul a beer. Enjoy, friend. She sounds like she means business. I better duck in the shitter. Well, I guess it's a shed, not a shitter. If she scares me anymore, I may just have to. I tried to drag that bastard out back, but he's not having it. He's sandbagging my job, damn it. Wait a minute, that looked like a set of pliers. Yes, indeed. Indeed, it's a fresh truck. And I did take the time to move all of those logs from the flatbed to its proper compartment. Now, if I find anything here, I can load it up, throw it in the truck, just in case I do take it. I'm still undecided. Like this bag and that black ski jacket. Both great pieces of loot. Throw them in the back of the truck. If I don't use them later, I'm sure whoever finds the truck will more than be happy to have them. And the more I think about it, I probably will pass on this truck. The only road out is backtracking way back by my base, or it comes back out by the dam. Any other way, I'm trapped in a bowl in this little valley. There's no getting out besides that road. And when it comes right down to it, I'm just not ready to build. We only have one possible location in mind, and 3/4 of a map to explore. Bound to find something more suited to my needs. But we'll throw these pliers in the truck nonetheless. And you'll see what I mean by the terrain. I'm at the edge of the map, west side. Nothing but a large hill on all three sides. The only open side, the dirt road that takes me back to the dam. I'd like to get the truck up here, and it's doable. However, there's a fence just halfway up this hill that stops me from getting through. No, I'm not looking for anything specific. Once upon many moon, I had a small stash here. A tent stash, unofficial, and it lasted a few weeks. Well, hey there, little guy. Out for a little run? I'll join you. See if I can't keep up. No, I lost him. He dipped back down into the valley. Crazy critter. There's a saloon just over this hill. Should stop there. Perhaps someone's based there. Not much else there. A chance for a four-wheel drive vehicle. A couple of outbuildings. I think a greenhouse. No water well though. No four-wheel drive. It's usually parked by that shed beside the house. Hey, a battery. It's not Energizer, but it'll do. As I've noted before, there's no shortage of building supplies to be found. Case in point, hatchet on the floor, shovel in the shed. So you can grind out your dynasty here piece by piece if you really wanted to. Or get a vehicle, go to the construction zone, load up on the supplies you need, and build away. Or if you're really extravagant or lazy or eccentric, you can do all the shopping online and have it delivered right to your GPS. Which is most likely what I'm going to do. Once I find a suitable location, I'll move an alt in, start ordering, and building. And that serves me two purposes. Number one, it conceals my actual base location from you, the viewer. And number two, it allows me to continue on the exploration and journey of Conqueror Parish. And yet even more important, bringing you along with me. Although you sure don't talk much, and I do appreciate it, I'm down with the comfortable silences. Are you following me around? I think you are. Come on, skedaddle. Get going. It's not safe here for you. Where you see buildings, you're going to see other people. And they're going to take a shot at you. Are you stuck to that stump? I think you are. There you go. See you later, buddy. Yes, I know. You're welcome. Don't think anything of it. Okay, on my way to Tricresta. On our way there is one more small cottage way up on a mountain, tucked just out of the way underneath the railroad tracks. Another opportunity for a vehicle and a bit of food. Well, okay, we can add a helicopter crash to that list of locations. It's on the way anyway. Whoa! I was not expecting that. That just popped up out of nowhere. That's quite impressive. I don't see any markings, or a flag rather. There's a flagpole, but it looks like the flag is down. Or they could have just built the flagpole. I don't know. Clear this crash, and then we'll go in and take a closer look. I'm more than confident that if anyone is home and paying attention, they'll let me know real quick that I'm not welcome. The bad news is, that's right on top of the cottage. So, no car and no supper. Oh yeah, the infected? They pack grenades. Well, some of them. That's about the third military infected I've found with a grenade so far. And I'm finding decent loot at this crash, however, nothing that I need or want. But on to more pressing issues. That base just up the hill. Ooh, I can feel the lag pull now. It should stabilize as I get closer. Well, I'm not one to be a stickler for rules, but that base is in violation. Doesn't bother me any. However, for server stability and base removal, if players leave, it's asked they don't build too high. It's not a very severe rule, and it is workable. And see, much like a cat, I have a natural curiosity. Not that I want to know what loot's in there and what I can grab, but I want to take a look at the construction. Because the ingenuity that some of these players have in building bases amazes me. I mean, look at this thing. Even with an online shop and all of your materials dropped where you want, that's still a major investment in time. It's impressive. Well done. Now, if I can only get close enough to take a look at it without getting shot. From this vantage point, it almost looks as big as Zub Castle, if not bigger. And twice as impressive. Well, I hear running water. That's a plus amenity. Well, there's no natural weak points. The perimeter is sealed. The front entrance is the only way in. It's a shame that the flag is down and I can't identify the owners. I should like to congratulate them on a build. It's impressive. Okay, so I guess we crossed Tricresta off the list of locations to live. I would say this base pretty much has a cap on the area. After all, Tricresta, well, it's just down the road, maybe 1.5 km to 2 kilometers. That's the end of the line, edge of the map, from the road out of Tricresta. And that right there is Tricresta. And it's comprised of a gas station, a couple of outbuildings, some military tents, and a parking garage. Well, not a garage, a parking lot, to be more precise. I was kind of hoping that the powers that be did a little extra building here, but it doesn't look like it yet. Hardly matters now that that large base is just a stone's throw away, just under the sun over there, to which I notice is casting long shadows to the northeast. It won't be long now before night starts to settle in, which really doesn't give me much time to decide which direction I'm going to head next. Do you see what I see? C4 on the floor. For moi. I'm just very excited to find it out on the map, instead of finding it at a bunker. And don't get me wrong, I thoroughly enjoy going to a bunker and loading up on bombs. But the danger is, so is everybody else. So it's a camped location. When it's randomized, holy boots, Batman. Like I was saying, so when it's randomized across the map, everyone has a fair chance to get a stick-a-boom without the drama. And doth my eyes deceive? I do believe we have a vehicle. A Sarka. Now for a little thunder bumper. This has no practical use. I'm just sticking it here because I really don't want it. And I'm not going to keep the car. I'm just going to use it to get to Tissy. That's right. Now that I have the wheels, we can get where we're going a lot quicker. But I don't want to have the responsibility of babysitting this thing. So it's going to get destroyed. All right. eastbound and down, loaded up and trucking. We gonna do they say camp done. We got a long way to go and a short time to get there. Come on, baby, watch old bandit run. Yeah, sorry about that. I couldn't carry a tune in a bucket. Wait a tick. I know where that road goes. We'll go down and check this location. It's a nice little farm area. Very picturesque. And often a place you may find someone living. Or dying. Well, we got a fresh truck in the yard. This down here is a dead end. Well, for vehicles anyway. Grab your hats and hold your coffee. Rough ride. This here's another location that I was thinking about, but I detest that building. More than you know. Such a pain in the ass. Oh well, no one's living here, and neither will I. However, it was a nice leisurely drive into the country, was it not? Well, we don't want that road. That'll take us up to the ski resort triathlon area. We want the next left. What do we have here? There's a sea chest on the side of the road. M4 ammo, wire, a gun cleaning kit, and a magazine for a KAM. Interesting. My guess would be someone wrecked a vehicle here and offloaded what they couldn't carry. No doubt they'll be back for it. There's no point me taking it. I'm not keeping the vehicle, and I really don't have any room for anything. Well, what in the hell is that? Just over Cine Stock. Looks like a large hangar. Definitely have to stop and check that out. Look at it, it's massive. Oh, I highly doubt this Sark is going to make it up this path, but we'll give her a try anyway. I needed that drink. I'm old. I'm sucking wind. Whoa, that was quite a lag spike. I want to climb this hill and take a look, see if no one's around or even building up here. Well, can't see much in that window. No point wasting any time. I do believe this would probably be a punch card base. I happen to have 3 on me in varying conditions, so we'll pick the worst one and have a go. Alright, no time like the peasant. Alright, here we go. Nice and slow. Check for traps. You just never know. Can't wait to see what treasures await just around this corner. Oh, I guess you're going to have to wait too. Come on back for the next chapter. Take a look at the goodies.